read Korean, and you can understand the drama without the subtitles. You finish one chapter in your book and you feel so proud of yourself. But then a Korean friend calls you on the phone and your mouth freezes. You're not lazy, and Korean isn't too hard for you. The real reason is that you trained one skill and now you're trying to use a completely different one. I was teaching Korean at university for years and I've coached hundreds of students online. And the same kind of person comes to me again and again. They read well and they listen well, but they just can't speak. So today I want to show you why this happens and give you a small daily drill that fixes it. It's the part most students have never tried, so stay with me to the end. Reading and speaking are two different skills. When you read Korean, the sentence is already made for you. Someone else built it. Choose the verb ending and pick the word order. Your job is just to understand it. And you can go slow, you can go back, and you can read the line again. But when you speak, there's no page and there's no one waiting. You have to build a sentence yourself in real time. You pick the noun, the particle, the verb, and the ending, and you have to do all of this in 2 or 3 seconds while a real person is looking at your face. It's a different muscle, a different pathway in the brain, and a different skill. A singer can read music on a page beautifully. But can that same person sing the song out loud? Not always. Reading the notes and singing the notes are two different things, right? And the Korean is exactly the same. Reading is input and speaking is output. Let's think it through together. How many hours of Korean input do you have? Count the dramas, the songs, the chapters, the app lessons. It's probably hundreds of hours, maybe even thousands. Now, count your output hours. How many hours have you actually opened your mouth and made Korean sentences? For most students I meet, the answer is under 10. Input and output are not the same bank account. You cannot pay for speaking with your reading hours, and you cannot pay for it with your listening hours either. The only thing that pays for speaking is speaking. This is why so many of you feel stuck in the same place for a year. But you're not really stuck. You're growing, just on the input side. The output side is simply hasn't started yet. The fix. The read aloud bridge drill. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to throw away your reading practice. We're going to use it and turn your reading into speaking slowly, step by step. Here's the drill. 7 days, 1 paragraph, that's all. Pick one paragraph from a Korean book or article that you can already understand. Not too hard, not too easy, maybe 4 to 5 sentences. Print it out or just keep it open on your screen. Day 1. Read it aloud slowly, sentence by sentence. Read the first sentence out loud, then stop and breathe. Then the second one, and stop and breathe. Don't rush. The goal isn't speed. The goal is to feel each word in your mouth. Your tongue and your lips have to learn the shape. Go through the whole paragraph 2 times slowly. Day 2, read it aloud at a natural speed. Today, don't stop in the middle. Read the whole paragraph from start to finish like you're talking to a friend. And do it 3 times. And by the 3rd time, your mouth will feel less stiff and the words will start to flow. Day 3. Close the book and retell the paragraph in your own words. This is the big step. This is where reading turns into speaking. Close the book, look away from the screen, and out loud tell the same story or idea in your own Korean words. You will not remember every word, and that's actually good. It means you have to build new sentences, pick your own verb endings, and choose your own particles. You'll feel slow and you'll feel uncomfortable, but that feeling is the new skill being born. Day 4. Do it again out loud. Same paragraph, same retell. But today, try to add 1 extra sentence. Maybe your own opinion, a question, or 1 detail from your own life. Day 5. Record yourself retelling it and then listen back. You're gonna hear the mistakes and also your pauses, but don't feel bad. Every student sounds like this at first. Hearing yourself is part of the training. Day 6. Retell it to a real person or to the camera. A friend, a language partner, your dog, or just a mirror, doesn't matter. The point is to speak it to something outside your own head. Day 7. Pick a new paragraph and start again. 1 paragraph a week. That's 52 paragraphs a year. That's 52 times you've turned your reading into speaking. And that's the bridge. The drill I just gave you is one piece. The bigger picture is something I call the loop. Every student who breaks out of the freeze goes through the same 4 steps over and over. Prompt, speaking attempt, feedback, and repetition. You need a prompt, which is a question, a topic, or a picture. Something that gives you the brain a target. Without it, your mouth has nowhere to go. You need a speaking attempt, which is your voice out loud. Not in your head, not on paper, but out loud. Even when it's broken and even when it's slow. You need feedback, which means somebody who knows Korean telling you what worked and what to fix. Without it, you will just repeat the same mistakes for years. And you need repetition, which means the same prompt again, not just once but many times. And each time, a little better. Prompt, speak, feedback, and repeat. That's the whole system. Everything else is just collecting. The reading drill I gave you already gives you the first 2 steps. The paragraph is your prompt, and telling it back out loud is your speaking attempt. But the last 2 steps, getting feedback and repeating it, are hard to do by yourself. This is why I build free Korean speaking community on School. Every week, I post 1 prompt, 1 question or topic. And you record a short voice answer in Korean, 1 or 2 minutes, whatever you can manage. Then I listen and I give you real feedback. I'll tell you the small thing to fix. Then the next week, there's a new prompt. You speak again and you hear yourself getting better. And you also meet other students who are stuck in the same place you were, so you stop feeling alone. So if you have been reading Korean for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you still cannot open your mouth, come and try the loop. 1 prompt, 1 recording, 1 piece of feedback. See what happens. The link is in the description. I'll see you inside.